Okay, so it's time for an energetic update. I'm so excited. This week, I don't know if you guys are feeling it, but it's just, I keep on thinking like, it's kind of a corny quote, but just the winds of change are coming. Like, do you guys feel like something's just building? Change. Energetically, I feel change coming up. And this week is kind of weird, but in a good way. Let me explain. At the end of this week, we have a new moon in Aries, and it will actually be exact on Sunday, which is the 11th of April. And so we have some other things happening during the week. Mars is still in Gemini, Pisces is still in Neptune. I'm pretty sure they're having like a square either Thursday or Friday. We've had this energy on and off for the last couple of weeks. It does cause a little bit of haziness, a little bit of fogginess, a little bit of confusion. But like I said, we've been having this energy for the last couple of weeks. It's just, we're gonna feel another surge of it in a bit, but it shouldn't be anything too jarring. I think definitely all of our energy that we're going to feel and the changes is going to be more because of this new moon in Aries. We actually have a stellium happening. Like, we have all these planets crowded in Aries right now. I mean, we have we're gonna have our moon there. We have Mercury there. We have Venus there. I think Chiron isn't technically a planet, but even Chiron is going to be there. We have our sun there. We have a lot going on in Aries right now. So this energy, please look to see in your chart, in your natal chart, what house does Aries rule. Also, do you have any planets in Aries? I have my Venus in Aries, and so I am trying to decipher what exactly this is going to mean, because, you know, Venus is not always about love and relationships. While that is a very big part of it, it's also about money and resources and wealth and things like that. So I'm just I'm very interested to see what I'm going to feel. Basically, just what am I going to take initiation on? You know, what am I going to start? Because Aries it's the first sign of the zodiac. It is a doer, it is a mover, it's a shaker. Aries people, my gosh, when they put their minds to something, they lock on, and it's like they will beat their head against the wall sometimes to get their way. It's just, you would almost think this was like a fixed energy sign. It's not. They're just, you know, they go after what they want. You know, they are assertive in that way. And so I also wanted to bring up what we're having happen with Pluto. We talked a little bit about Pluto and how whenever there's a transit with Pluto, it kind of wakes him up. And Pluto is more of a karmic energy. It has like a tinge of fate to it. And so it can be something very small happening, but that you're going to feel like the vibration from it for many years out. And so whenever there's transits with like Pluto, you have to keep in mind that whatever happens, whatever little seed that is planted around that time of Pluto being activated, which is being activated in a square. Pluto is in Capricorn right now. It's going to be squaring Aries. So whatever is activated, you're going to still feel it years later, because that's just how Pluto works. It's very mysterious. And so look to see what does Capricorn rule in your chart to get an idea of how could Pluto, I mean, it could really transform something in that area. So we have, yeah, the Capricorn squaring Capricorn, Pluto and Capricorn squaring the new moon, which will be in Aries. This is happening on the new moon. Also, Pluto will also be squaring Venus, which Venus is also in Aries. And so we have a whole lot happening all on that day of the new moon. And so this is, if you feel the energy building, if you feel the pressure kind of rising in the room, it's gonna continue rising the entire week until we get to Sunday. I would not be surprised if for those of you who do feel your energy shifting, like when we have full moons and on new moons, I'm really interested to see if more people, especially if you're the kind to usually get drained by a new moon or get drained by a full moon, I wouldn't be surprised if you're feeling more energetic, actually, just because we are in Aries and we have so much going on in Aries. If you just feel like this might be like a night where you're up way after, when you're usually like in bed early, like you will be up into like the wee hours, or you would just feel like, oh, I'm going to work out, or might have like a lot of physical energy. It would be interesting to me. I do not know this for a fact, but I would not be surprised. Also, make sure you're figuring out where is Aries in your chart? What house is Aries? That's going to be so important. Keep in mind that Venus is also in Aries during this time. There's just so many energies, different energies. Gosh, we have to have our Venus and our Mercury and just everything right there. I think this is going to be probably one of our most intense new moons of 2021. If you're feeling impulsive, if you just feel like this is the energy of just get up and go, like it's like the green light you've been waiting for. I think it's good energy for starting a new project or doing something with your career. When it comes to relationships, if the other person is not really cooperating with you, I would not push it. If you see yourself trying to control the situation, I would actually take a step back when it comes to the will of other people during this time. I don't know, just obviously you need to remember how to compromise, I guess. Like it takes two people. Try not to fixate too much on something, and if you are going to fixate on something, make sure that it is also going to benefit not just yourself, but it's a benefit of other people, because I don't know, if used wrong, this could completely like raise you up, but also while you're like stepping on other people. I know that's awful. So for people who don't really care about that type of thing and just like do whatever they want, I could see them being very successful during this. And then for people who are looking for good karma, longevity, and getting into things and starting things that are going to benefit a lot of other people and not just yourself, that's usually what you should be using this for. But like, I know not everyone is going to use it for that, because instinctively, even if you're not into astrology, you're going to be feeling these energies and you're not really going to understand why. And so just like, you know, people who pay attention to these things, you know, they write it down and they start to plan and set their intentions. People who have no idea about this, they will also feel spurred to initiate something as well, and it might not be for the best. Also, I got this warning, and so I'm just going to share it with all of you. There is some energy of basically going back to the fixating on certain things, or maybe obsessing over certain things to get whatever outcome you want. Be careful with it, because there might be other opportunities that are offered to you at the same time and you might not be aware of them, because it's like you're waiting for this door to open, not knowing that the one on the side, like the side door of the building, is already open. So be careful about that. Things don't exactly have to go the way that you want them. Sometimes Aries can, I don't want to say they can be bossy, but they can definitely take control, and it has to be just like this, just how they want it. And you know, this can be a little bit of a stubborn energy just because of the squares we have going on, not because Aries, I mean, Aries can be kind of stubborn, but mostly because of the squares. And so be careful that you're not closing yourself off to other opportunities. Don't be surprised if, like, let's say you're trying to manifest a raise in your job, or you want, you know, a higher position. If you're also getting an opportunity or an offer from something else, maybe outside of your job, while you're waiting to hear back on if you're going to get this raise, I would definitely still be pursuing this other thing. In fact, I would do both. So keep both lines of basically whatever you're going to be manifesting or receiving, whatever you're hoping to receive. Keep both lines open. I would do both, because you might be getting your blessings in a different way that you weren't ready for. This, I told you, this energy is kind of weird, but it is one of like change and things actually culminating. It feels more like full moon energy, but this is a new moon. It's really weird. So I hope you guys have fun initiating new things. I hope you have fun using your willpower. I feel the magician vibes. The magician card in tarot, it is one of Virgo. I actually just pulled this card for myself a couple days ago. It is one of Virgo. Virgo is the magician. Ooh. But I kind of get Aries vibes, just in the way of the magician uses his or her willpower, uses their, what they want to bring in basically tangible results. So it's like it starts with them inside, and then they actually make it happen in reality. And so this is like taking, making small changes, and then those small changes basically bringing you your hopes and dreams, hopefully.